Hello, everybody. So, my name is Kayla, and today we're going to talk about the interview that I conducted with Destiny O'Connor. So, to start, I'm just going to go ahead and read a quote by her. I am passionate about making accessibility the first thought, not the last. Whether in technology, the workforce, or social spaces, I believe inclusion should be the foundation of everything we create and do. So, I totally agree with that, and I really, really love that quote from her. Okay, so meet Destiny, guys. Some fun facts about her. Let's start there. So she is a self-taught web developer. Educates her children through homeschooling. So yes, she is a homeschool mom. Okay, and she creates accessible and engaging coding curriculums for organizations like Deaf Kids Code. Her current work endeavors are she's the co-chair of the Deaf and Hard of Hearing Working Group at Cloud Native Commuting Foundation. She also leads Definitely Empowered Initiative through Women Blessing Women. Destiny works to create opportunities for deaf and hard of hearing individuals in the tech field and beyond. So, Women Blessing Women, if you guys don't know, they're an amazing nonprofit organization. They do help women provide resources, they do food drives. So I was really excited to hear that she partnered with them to kind of bring together the deaf community and really collaborate there. Here are the interview questions. So you guys can pause them to read, but we will go ahead and go through them one by one. So there's 10 in total. So let's dive into the first one. So, what is the biggest challenge working in the deaf community? And her answer was she basically was saying that she feels like the biggest challenge working in the deaf community is being misunderstood. Totally understandable there. The next one says, what are things that you do to self identify with the community? So, being deaf and utilizing sign language frequently is a fundamental aspect of how deaf individuals themselves identify with the community and foster connections with one another. Also, she mentioned that I am deaf, but I perceive certain sounds. Additionally, I can speak. While I identify as deaf, the community refers to me as hard of hearing. Also, she did mention that engaging with the community by attending deaf meetups or participating in deaf organizations and social clubs is another way to self identify. Okay. So, how do you integrate cultural perspectives when working in the deaf community so that everyone feels included during group activities? This was a huge topic and a huge point of our conversation in the interview, just because it definitely gave me a different perspective and kind of more so like a day in her shoes to see how she kind of navigates through her working world. So, within the deaf community, I frequently encounter situations where others seem uncertain of our capabilities. There's a tendency for some to assume we are incapable of performing certain tasks. Phrases like, don't worry about it, I'll handle it, are often expressed. So, when faced with communication barriers, they honestly may just choose to give up. Advocating and being an advocate for activism helps affirm integration, as well as, being an advocate for equal participation was something that was also really important to her. Are there any distinctive differences from the hearing world versus the working in the deaf community? She mentioned collaboration, collaboration, collaboration. So I feel like the deaf community excels at collaborating and problem solving. It's like we have a different perspective than the hearing community. So I could agree with that. What would you say to someone who was hearing that wanted to work in the deaf community? She mentions here, if you're someone who wants to work in the deaf community, then she would suggest to learn sign language. Understanding our language is crucial and it's a part of our culture. It's equally important to approach this field with an open mind. However, she does believe that the top priority is learning sign language. What attributes would someone need to work in this field? We went over a ton of topics, but these are just some that I picked out. Good observation, good problem solving skills, being passionate about fixing things, and being very supportive. In your opinion, would you say that trust plays a role in this community? She mentioned that she does. However, it's not just about trust. It's about honesty and sustaining that trust means not exploiting the deaf community for profit. So a person should enter the community with good intentions and be willing to listen. What are some trivial misunderstandings that you have endured while working in this field? So she mentioned, and we really went into this, guys, because this was like something that was really, really something that I was truly interested in knowing. Just because of like how does that change your perspective about the hearing community? So she mentions, as we discussed before, I've experienced many things while working. There are times when people say or do things that make me feel I am not a good fit for the role, even though I am qualified. So I could completely understand the frustrations there, or if there are any, and I could totally see that. One thing we talked about was communication barriers. So being labeled as standoffish because there are very many deaf people that are likely within that same field with her, and coworkers feeling that she lacks the understanding. We talked about personality conflicts, like not being able to show her personality or joke around due to those language barriers and feeling as though she just can't be herself at work. Limitations, people placing limitations on her abilities. Many people don't think that she can drive or even take care of her kids. It's incredibly frustrating, and she shared that with me that it takes a lot to teach and show them that she is fully capable. Because of the close-knit community ties, would you say that it's difficult to separate business from personal? Yes, because the deaf community is small and at times it's hard to separate business from personal. We all work together and we become like family. So we do have those occasional disagreements. And the close-knit dynamic can result in conflicts. And it's a significant issue that we face within the deaf community. Since you started working in the deaf community, has there been anything that has occurred that impacted your perspective? So this was super interesting to me, and I'm so glad she was able to share this. So we talked about how sometimes at meetings, if the deaf community makes up the majority, there's typically only one interpreter. So it can lead to a lot of misunderstandings. Hearing individuals may struggle to keep up with who's speaking and the very tones conveyed through the interpreter. She was able to explain to me that she truly does grasp what it feels like for hearing people collaborating with the deaf community and the challenges posed by those language barriers. So that was the end, guys. And I just want to read this briefly because I just want to say thank you so much to Destiny. I wanted to take a moment to sincerely thank her for the opportunity to interview her. I appreciate the time that she took to sit down with me, and the information that she shared was truly invaluable. The work that she has accomplished in this community is extraordinary, and it's inspiring. And I let her know this multiple times, but I truly believe that she's Superwoman, and that's just my opinion. Ultimately, it's our job as a community to ensure inclusion and support deaf individuals. We are all a part of this community, guys. So, therefore, let's do more to not only understand it, but get involved with it. Let's get involved with things that do not affect us personally, but those around us. Thank you so much.